Made in India, a Titan story. It is a case study, so just relax, but be attentive on each and every slide we are going to run through, because this clearly demonstrates how the businesses can create a disruption to meaning of disruption means the way we are continuing the business, suddenly a technology will come and that technology will change your business model, and tomorrow your whole plant, your business model will be obsolete. The Kodak camera, the Nikon camera, all the X-ray film cameras, okay, suddenly the digital cameras came and they became obsolete. So that was a disruption. The petrol and diesel vehicle came in the early 19s and the horse cart was disrupted. So, in continuation to our case studies of industry, previously we have done the case study for Microsoft, we have done for Google, we have done for General Motors. So in this series, this is our fourth case study on the subject, and it's going to be very interesting because recently there is a series has come on the subject on Amazon, and actually I watched that continuously. Back to back I watched that series. And that was a web series watching. But now we are in a case study mode. You might have seen, but you might have watched that in Amazon. But look today from the critical analysis from business perspectives. Correct? So let's continue our session. A Tata Group in India, everyone knows it, okay? It's a big group. It's a global group established, having the complete strong footprints in India since many years. So one of their venture was Tata Press, and it was making losses. When a venture is making losses, definitely a business house tried to evaluate that. What is the reason behind it? And they evaluated it. A specific team was assigned for this of 1 or 2 persons, just prominent basic responsibilities. And they realized that nothing more can be done in the Tata. See, that's very important thing to learn here. That if you are given me an assignment that this particular thing is not working, this particular business model is not working, don't try to become hero by putting all your effort and to start it. Take a judicious analysis. Can this business be really restarted? Or in place of putting this much energy on this business, if I close this and then I open a new business as per the current market demand, so which will save my money, which will save my energy, and it will be generating more top line and bottom line for my company. So the person responsible to revamp the Tata Press has clearly come up with a thought with JRD Tata that it is not possible to revive. Very quick. But during this process, they realized one thing. And what is that they realized? They realized one thing, that in the year of 1980, 84, that period, correct? 1980 around. India, in-house manufacturing of watches, in-house manufacturing of mechanical watches. We have to give a key, so that key will last for 24 hours or that key will last for 7 days, correct? Mechanical watches was manufactured in India by a company called HMT, Hindustan Machine Tools. Catch the word very in detail and quickly. So, and you know what? We used to wait for that watches. Similarly, Bajaj scooter, we used to wait that your delivery will come after 6 months. So similarly for these watches also used to be a slow delivery in the market. Clear? And when you know that something which is essential gets delayed in the market, the import of that product increases. Like India is right now deficient in oil, so automatically oil import, 85% oil is imported. India is deficient in gold, so gold is imported. But when your import increase, one more aspect increase, which is called smuggling. Unofficial way of bringing the goods in a country. Correct? So in that period, because your home production was not that great, watches were getting smuggled. Clear? So the gentleman who was given the responsibility to revive the Tata press, he got an opportunity that import or smuggling. In this scenario, you always have a chance to have an increased home production to meet the demand. If India is importing 85% oil, and if India start producing, they are producing 10 to 15% right now. If they produce 50% more, automatically they will reduce the import by 40% or 50%. Simple and straight. So to avoid that situation, he came up with an idea and he thought of getting into the business of watches. And they did a collaboration. Now see, look, what is the point to take away? Tata Press is the business, not making profit, and there are no chance to make it profit. Get rid of this. Don't try to become hero and don't burn your fingers. Then what next? Look for a business which could open a big door for your company. And Tata, they have huge money. But money doesn't work here only. Your vision work here. And what they did now? They tried to find out a lot of loans and everything, but there was a difficulty. They did a collaboration with Tamil Nadu Industrial Development Corporation. That is how the business model work. Each and every word here is very important. You do a collaboration. As soon as you do a collaboration, you will get a land, you will get a state support to do it, and the state will also grow, and you will also grow parallelly. And now, next thing, they could have done that. Okay, HMT is making a mechanical watches, so let's see, we will also make a mechanical watches parallel to that. But no, what they did, the quartz technology, you put a battery run for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, whatever time, fit it, forget it, okay, was upcoming. Still mechanical watches had a good prestige and everything in the market and accordingly, correct? But this quartz automatic watch was coming up. No need to go a mechanical key every 1 week, every 10 days, every 5 days like this, correct? So they thought of bringing that technology inside. And they collaborated with the France company, okay, they tried to do collaborations, and they had all struggles. They could not able to make every collaboration. Many European companies have denied. Okay, all these things happens. All business troubles. It was not a cakewalk. What I'm telling you right now looks cakewalk, but it was not a cakewalk. They had a financial issues. They had a land issues within the country. They had a global collaboration issues. But still, they managed it because the top line and bottom line vision was very clear. To be a giant company in India. They acquired the best persons from the HMT. Okay, they hired them. And they started Titan. This man was the concept creator, visionary, presenting a concept to JRD Tata. And bringing up that concept in reality. Mr. Desai. So, what they did now? It's a quad technology they brought. Okay, so because of that technology, manufacturing cycle became simple. Less moving parts. Okay, quads with the battery operated, running your needles. Some small gears are there, that's all. And definitely, because less mechanical gears and everything, so it become a slick aesthetics. You can give a different shapes. They worked on that. They worked on the designs. And they gave it like, they gave a world of Titan. Modern India concept. Correct? So see, this is how they expressed themselves. They became an alternative to HMT. They became a wonderful substitute to HMT. Okay? Timely deliveries and everything. And you know what, if you remember 1980 or something, before that, there used to be, you will go to some watch shop, some distributor will be there in your city, and they're distributing that watches, correct? You will not find like an HMT showroom. Like in India, if you see the Raymond's showroom, correct? So in a marriage, the groom has to buy one suit at least from the Raymond, that is a prestige, okay? So Raymond's is having a showroom across the India. Similarly, for watches, there was no HMT outlet. They were doing business from B2B, business to business, and that too they had a partners, distributor, agents. That business model was there. Titan brought the concept of Titan world, the Titan world. They opened their own showrooms. So they try to organize that sector. Oh, if we'll go to Titan shop, we'll get the authentic Titan. Distributor, dealers, you agent, you always have a doubt. Probably it may be a duplicate HMT. I'm just think over it. So putting a footprints on the brains of the customers in India that no, we are Tata, we are Titan. And you can take our product from our shop. Of course, their B2B business was still ongoing. They had distributors, they had agent, but they created that. The world of Titan. Joy of gifting. Boss, HMT watch is not coming in time. What you will gift? You should, at least you can get a watch for your hand. Your hand should not be empty. Forget gift concept. But here, no. Different segments, different concepts for the kids, for the elder, for the age groups, for the young generations. Different variety was brought in. Correct? So that is an experience has been created. You will go to their showroom, there will be a sound music and all. See, so that is called creating a brand. And at the same time, creating a brand with not very high price. Creating a brand with complete price range. So it is not a burden on your pocket. You can buy as you want. And in that web series, it's very nicely demonstrated that when this plant started, correct? It started in the Tamil Nadu state of India, okay, Hosur, and the local male and female have been invited to participate and be an employee of this company, okay, and to create or to manufacture the watches. See the local development concept. You are giving back to society. And with pride, make in India concept. The idea here is the business has to grow. But how it grows? It is not a short-term business. You are growing, and you are growing with a concept in your mind that you are not growing just for the purpose of revenues. You are growing to make a brand image. Because once the brand image is created, the product will sell like this. So this is, see, how much points we saw right now. Disruption of watch business. Not selecting the right, rejecting the business which has no potential Tata price, taking the right business opportunity. Collaborating with states, no boundaries. Collaborating with the states. Collaborating with foreign collaborations, multiple collaborations. And all these are required to be done in a business to be a sustainable business model. They did not stop here. Okay. Another question now. We all know Tanishq is a very wonderful brand in India right now about jewelries. Okay, Tanishq. And they started this business also. Okay, they started this business. Okay, this business was actually they were trying to export 18 karat gold jewelries to Western aesthetics, and it was export-oriented concept was there. But they were almost coming to a very bad shape. Okay, because your home country in India, if you go, see why I'm repeatedly telling today every aspect, because the business has grown in the purview of in the land of India. So you cannot ignore where you have populated 1.4 billion population or 1.2 billion at that time. So they ignored 22 karat, which generally an Indian community prefer to take 22, 23, 24 karat. They want more pure gold basically. You got the point? So they were almost coming to shutter close. Massive losses. But then what they did? They added, what they added? They added more variety in their jewelry. They switched over to 22 karat jewelry. They brought bridal, different colors, different varieties, different things. This is just a view you can see from there. Okay, as per requirement they brought it. But you know what? There is one more thing they did it. Again, I know in South Indian part of the country there are some jewelers, reputed jewelers are there, and in North India and other part of the country also there are reputed jewelers are there. But still, very critical point here. Nobody was using at a larger scale across the country the carat meter. Sir, if I'm giving you 22 carat of gold, my machine is in front of you, please check and take it, sir. Now definitely, if I am selling a jewelry from my shop, automatically I am ensuring that I will make 22 carat, there's no doubt about it, otherwise I will myself will get caught. But no, it happened reverse way. Say for example, I'll give you my personal example. Me and my mother, because we are having jewelries from, like you get from your forefathers, they are coming with family, their ancestor jewelries, they keep coming. We got a curiosity when we saw, first time when we saw this machine. Okay, fine, they are giving their jewelry 20, let's check our jewelry what we have. And let me tell you honestly, we got our complete jewelry in different trips, going to different shops of Tanishq. We got our jewelry checked. I'm very clear. At a couple of places there was no stamp of 22 carat at that time. I'm talking of now the old, very old jewelries, okay? But what happened? A statistical analysis indicates that when the customer checked their previously purchased jewelries, they may be purchasing from their old jewelers who are there and who always guarantee them no problem. Next time when you want to come, bring your jewelry back and I will return you and I will give you the new jewelries, correct? So 60% of jewelries found to be impure. That means if it was 22 was committed, it was not 22, it was 17, 18, 20 like this. Then it become an eye-opener and learning lessons for an individual in the country that, and it's a free of cost checking by the way. They were not charging, there's no laboratory test charge. If you go for your pathological lab, for your blood they charge you 100 rupees in India or 200 rupees in India. Here it's free of cost. Jewelry is getting checked free of cost. And it became eye-opener. And this is how the country has accepted an organized sector of gold, that you go to a particular shop, because what we used to think, oh, we go to the big shop, it will be costly. That was a pre-assumptions. But when you go to that shop, they will tell you, sir, I'm giving you gold, what is market price? You're getting everywhere same. I have some labor cost, then also I'll give some discount on labor, some sales scheme, or other this is my labor cost, frankly. But make sure I'm giving you guarantee, my 22 carat is 22 carat, my machine is there, go and check, sir. Disruption with transparency. This is called a disruption in the gold market with a transparency. They use transparency, clarity as a tool of disruption. So Tanishq introduced the carat meter across all stores, allowing customers to check the purity of their gold for free. It exposed the malpractices of local jewelers and built instant trust for Tata name. See, very small things. And see how the business turns. And we'll go to financial statistics, don't worry. We'll see that in the coming slides. And then it will be really good to see that. So that is a purity concept has been brought. Wedding variations have been brought. Good gold exchange program has been brought. It's not that they only sell, no. It's always like I want to give my old jewelry and then we want to buy a new one and we'll add some more money on that. It also happens. Exchange always happens because designs keep changing. And it happened in that way. So these are the varieties. Now, is it limited only to the watches and jewelries? They had more steps to cross. This is a wonderful slide from the timeline. They went into watches. They went into jewelry. They went into the eye business, I plus, Titan I plus. They entered into a fast track product of watches for the young generations. They went to fragrance. They went to sari business. They went to handbag business. And they have a long program to grow, by the way. They have a very long program, step by step, to grow. The business model is very clear here. Evolve, grow. Evolve, grow. Evolve, grow. Learn from your one business, correct there, try to open the doors for others. You know, today they are selling 20 million plus watches annually. 20 million. Whereas one of the Swiss company told JRD Tata that we make very fine watches. I respect that point. And we make almost 300 watches per month. Mechanical watches at that era. I'm talking of 1975 and 80 period. That period, 80 period around late 70s. Now 20 million watches and jewelry stores, 1,100 jewelry outlets across the India, and there are in foreign also, abroad also. This is the scale of expansion. And you will say, how much time? 1985, 95, 2005, 2015, 2025. 40 years. One business to 5-6 business. One business grow from exponential growth. Initially some few thousand watches, few hundred watches to now 20 million watches. The financial stories are here. In last 10 years, I will say in Indian currency only, 12,000 crore has become 75,000 crores now estimated. So it's growing almost 7 times. Initial journey was tough, plus minuses, but it went very well. It went very well. See, I'm just trying to show you guys. This is how they are evolving in their business. If you can see this, this is one of the specific brand which is called Tata Edge, where they want to make it more slick. They did an in-house R&D on this, and almost like just 3 mm to 4 mm thick, that's all. Not even that much in some cases. Very slick model, unique models. R&D has gone behind it. See the revenues. Jewelry is doing now 88% of that segment. Watches and wearable are doing 8%. Eye care and others are doing it. The purpose is they are very aggressive right now. They are very aggressive. If you'll see the statistics, the Titan is right now holding, if I say their manufacturing facilities, they are among the top 5 manufacturing facilities. They are 5th ranking in the world. Their world market share from the revenue point of view is only 2% in the watches. Only 2%. Because their average price suiting to Indian population is comparatively damn cheap, I will say, or they are cheaper. Okay, so to be from affordability point of view, but the numbers are increasing, and they have an aggressive program to make this 75,000 crore business to and further exponential growth by 2030, and they want to be a lifestyle brand for the young generations, Gen Z, Alpha, Beta. They are focusing on that now a lot. So they are working with the philosophy to grow exponentially, but not leaving aside your own population. They are available in now 30 countries. Brands are available in 30 countries. So the lesson to take away from all the slides, what we have seen right now, is 3-4 very important points. Any business what you do, any assignment given to you, we are not robots. There has to be a creative mind behind it. What value we can add to that? Or what has been given to us, does it make a sense for company in a longer run? And if you read the Titan philosophy, we are not in the business for selling products. We are in the business of creating, elevating experiences for the people we touch. They want to be part of your life. They want you to wake up with the word called Tata. They want you to sleep with the word called Tata. Tata is they want a seamless integration with your life. And when it is done in a business, the business automatically grows. From a small watch project at Tata Press to a lifestyle Titan. Now they have become lifestyle. How many products they are having? I showed you that. The company remains a shining example of global entrepreneurship and quality. The Titan share has jumped multiple times, tenfold in last 5 years. You may have a gestation period. You may have to hold your horses. But remember one thing, continuously improving, continuously working towards that to get the best out of it with a long-term vision will always help us, will always support us to grow in a business in a sustainable manner. So that is the world of Titan, and world of Titan has taught us that you should not follow the path which others were following. And even when you change the path, still be open to expand your path, make more roads into it, more highways into it, build more highways into it, so that you can keep growing. See, the business started, very simple example, the business started with watches, they moved to jewelries, and today jewelry business is contributing 88% of their revenues. It does not mean the watches are not sold low. Watches are being sold 20 million per year, but it's a revenue difference business model, because we know gold is costly and watches are comparatively cheaper, so there will be a revenue model will be different. But they expanded, and there is no shyness in expanding business models.